see what happens in the syncytial trophoblast. Within the syncytial trophoblast, small vacuole-like spaces being generated. They are called the lacuna. This lacuna forms within the syncytial trophoblast. Okay. Now we take a cross section over here. We'll see. This is the extending mesoderm. This is the deciduum. This is cytotrophoblast. This is syncytial trophoblast. Within the syncytial trophoblast, we'll see the radially arranged lacunar spaces. So these are the lacunar spaces which has been created earlier within the syncytial trophoblast. Now next change that occurs, there is an enlargement of the lacunar spaces and then arranged in a radial manner, radial fashion around the cytotrophoblast. We take a cross section. We will see the spaces, lacunar spaces being created, largest lacunar space, which in future will be accumulated with the maternal blood, and the transmission will be through this. This is the cytotrophoblast, syncytial trophoblast. This is deciduum. This is external mesodermal tissue. These changes occurring within the trophoblastic cells. Then we will see the formation of the villi, the choroidinic villi. We will see the next class the formation of the primary villi, secondary villi, tertiary villi, and establishment of the circulation of the maternal blood with the fetal circulation. We will see in the next class. But the third thing that happens in the second week is the changes in the endometrium of the uterus. What changes that is occurring? Now this is the uterine lumen. The baby will not enter into the uterine lumen, but they will be enlarged within the space. This is called the decidua. Decidua, I already told, this is decidua basalis. This one which is coming in contact with the uterine lumen, this is called decidua capsularis. This is called decidua parietalis. Now what happens from the cytotrophoblast, there will be formation of the hand-like, finger-like projections. These projections is from chorion, so this is called chorionic villi. We will see afterwards next class how the chorionic villi are being formed. And then what happens, the chorionic villi persists in the only towards the decidua basalis, but which is within the decidua capsularis, they will degenerate. Now this will give rise to the two things, which is called chorion fundosum, and this is called chorion levi. So this chorion fundosum is the place where we will see the future formation of the umbilical cord that takes place. So this is the picture, this is the changes that is taking place in the second week of development when the fetus get embedded or implanted within the uterus, and with the formation of the finger-like projection, that's the chorionic villi. We will talk about the formation of placenta, how the villi are being formed. So this is the changes that is taking place in the second week, changes in the embryoblast, changes in the trophoblast, and changes in the endometrium of the uterus.